You finally explain what bothered you. Then they answer a version of your words you never actually said. Now you're correcting the meaning instead of discussing the issue. Something has already shifted. You say, "That's not what I meant," but the conversation is already moving around their version of your point. And you may notice yourself explaining it again, using more words, trying to be clearer. You may recognize the moment when your real concern is no longer the focus. When this happens often, it can feel like no matter how clearly you speak, your meaning keeps getting changed. For them, this can become useful. If your actual point stays clear, the real issue becomes harder to avoid. If your words are redefined first, the conversation can move somewhere else before that happens. What this often does is shift the focus from what you meant to what they claim you meant, from your concern to their interpretation, from the issue you raised to the version they can argue with. Your real point begins to lose space. The original issue never fully gets explored, and when that keeps happening, resolution breaks down, because people cannot solve what they never stay with long enough to understand. Some people describe this as a narcissistic communication pattern when it happens repeatedly, not because every misunderstanding means narcissism, but because the interaction can repeatedly center on one person's version of reality while the other person's experience loses space. Protecting their position can become more important than understanding your meaning, and the conversation keeps organizing around them. If this happens once, it may be misunderstanding, but when it repeats, a pattern can form. You may feel mentally scrambled. Most people would struggle in a conversation where their words keep getting changed. In healthy conversations, people try to understand what was meant before reacting to it. Healthy conversations create clarity, not confusion, about what you meant. Feeling confused afterward can be information, not failure. It may be telling you something important about the interaction. Recognizing this can bring clarity because it helps explain why the issue never seems to stay on the original topic. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can understand what's happening and trust yourself again. And when conversations unfold this way, another pattern often begins to form. In the next video, we're going to explain why they act like they don't understand you during conflict, and how that pattern keeps the conversation from resolving. Click here to watch.